Please note that this video was created for the orientation of graduate and professional students due to start at Queen's University in September 2020. Should you be watching these videos at a later stage, some of the information may have changed. You should follow the relevant links and confirm these details on the websites mentioned and/or contact the relevant people giving the videos.
Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Spong and I am the Mitacs representative for Queen's University. Today I just want to give you a brief presentation of the different programs and opportunities that Mitacs offers that you may want to consider during your graduate studies. So I will start with just a brief background on what Mitacs is and what we are all about. So Mitacs is a fully independent, not-for-profit organization that receives funding from both the provincial and the federal government. And we help fund collaborative research opportunities for graduate students and postdocs. And the whole mandate of Mitacs is really to foster growth and innovation. So one of the ways that we do this is that we really try to bring about interesting and unique or innovative, collaborations. And we do this by combining non-academic organizations with academic researchers. And we pair them together to help develop projects which help solve business and societal challenges while advancing academic research goals as well. So some of the reasons why you may want to consider Mitacs as a funding opportunity for you is I have listed some on this slide. So simply it could just help satisfy any intellectual curiosity that you may have. Our programs can also provide additional exposure and knowledge which can help enhance your education. Thirdly, which is always nice, is funding. So a lot of our programs are funding based in the sense that you are applying for a grant that will help support student stipend, or we also have some fellowship programs for when you're finishing up potentially your graduate studies. Our programs do have a very high application success rate. So I like to say that your return on investment is quite high if you applied to a Mitacs program. And lastly, I just like to highlight that we're open to all disciplines. And so when we talk about non-academic partners, a lot of times when people use the word industry, you think if you're in social science and humanities, oh, that's not for me. But actually, we support all disciplines, and we have a lot of projects that are in the social sciences and humanities. We also have a lot in engineering and in math, but really are open to all disciplines. And so internship programs that we provide are not limited to, harder sciences. Okay, so here I'm not going to spend too much time, but I just wanted to highlight some of our main program objectives. So one, we promote very high quality research. So all of our research applications are peer reviewed by experts in the field. It's a way to attract new funding, which I mentioned previously. We also help support international research collaborations, not just domestic. One of the most important mandates that we have is to increase professional opportunities for students and researchers. Also, we're really flexible to work with. So as you'll see as we go through this presentation, our program is quite flexible, and so it's always nice to consider. And as I already mentioned before, we're open to all disciplines, so that is kind of unique for Mitacs as well. Okay, so here I'm just highlighting 3 of our core programs that I'm going to talk to you today, as I think they are the most relevant. All our programs are providing, their applications to provide funding for certain research projects. And I do want to make a note here that all of our programs are open to both domestic and international students or postdocs who are registered at a Canadian university. So whether you are an international student or if you are an international student, it doesn't change the process or your eligibility to apply for Mitacs programs. So I'm going to start off with Accelerate. One we'll spend a little bit more time on, and that's because it is our core and flagship internship program. So here's a nice diagram just to show the collaborative nature of the program. So you have two sides. You have the university, and then you have the partner organization, the non-academic partner. A non-academic partner can either be a not-for-profit organization or an industry company, so a for-profit company. And then you have the faculty member or professor who would actually hold the grant. But really at the core of this program would be the interns that work on the research project. And so that would be the master's or PhD students or postdoctoral fellows. So really we say that a lot of times the industry or the non-academic partner would define a challenge they're having, and then they seek academic expertise to help solve that problem. And that's really where you would come in to kind of provide your talent and your expertise to solve an applied research problem. So just quickly here, I'm not going to spend too much time. We support a lot of these internships across Canada every year. They can be small projects or large projects. We have an over 95 successful application rate, so that's great. And it's quick and simple in the sense, once you submit an application, it only takes 6 to 8 weeks for review. And I already mentioned the eligibility there, both to domestic and foreign students. Okay, so here it's just breaking it down a little bit to show how the program works. So Mitacs Accelerate is built on a module type model. So when you apply, the smallest project would be 4 to 6 months, and that would be one module of funding. But one project could have more than one module and even more than one intern. And then during the project, the intern or interns would divide their time between the post-secondary institution and the partner organization, working on tasks related to the project. Okay, so here it's just giving you the funding breakdown. So each module of funding is a $15,000 award. That is cost shared by the partner organization and by Mitacs. Out of this $15,000 award, Mitacs says that a minimum of $10,000 supports student stipend and up to $5,000 can support research costs, or the whole $15,000 can go to stipend or salary support for interns. And like I said, you're not limited to just one. So if you're a master's student, you can actually apply for up to 4 modules of funding. If you're a PhD student, up to 8, and postdocs up to 9. So it's a really, really flexible program. And then just really quickly, we have an international stream as well. So this would work the same as with a domestic Accelerate, but this one would be if a company was outside of Canada. And so you would be traveling abroad to fulfill the interaction piece of the project. Okay, so moving on. So Mitacs Elevate, I'm not going to spend tons of time here, but this is a postdoctoral fellowship. And so if you are doing a PhD and then you're considering doing a postdoc after your PhD, this is the only fellowship in Canada that has a professional development skills training component, which is really, really unique. Again, I won't spend too much time, but this is a 2-year program. It is still built on the internship model where you'll be interacting with a company or a not-for-profit partner and working on a combined interest, but these applications are adjudicated in a competition once or twice a year. And they are 2-year projects, like I said, and the biggest thing here is that there is a professional training and management component that is very unique. So something to consider if you're finishing up a PhD and you want to continue on the postdoc route. Okay, moving on. So the third core program that I want to discuss is under our Globallink umbrella. This is called Mitacs Globallink Research Award. This is a little bit different than the previous 2 programs that I spoke about. This is a university-university collaboration. And so there is no non-academic partner. So what you need is you need a host supervisor at your home university, and then you need a host supervisor in a university abroad in one of our partner countries, which you can find on our website. They change all the time, so I don't put them up here. And what you would do is basically there is this bi-mobility that can occur. So students can travel from Canada to a host university abroad, or we could actually, or there could be students abroad that come to Canada through this program as well. So this is a $6,000 research grant. how you would apply wouldn't be directly through Mitacs at first. So each university member of Mitacs, so Queen's University is a member, would put out a call for proposals at their host institution, and then they would choose which ones move forward to the Mitacs application. So if you're ever interested in this, I'll put up my contact information a little bit, and you could reach out to me, and I can let you know how that is happening at your university. Okay, and so that is the end of my presentation. Thank you to all our funding partners. And here I'll just put contact information. Again, my name is Kristen. That's my email and my phone number. So feel free to reach me if you have any questions about Mitacs funding opportunities. Thank you.